Good morning, my beauties. How are we doing? I hope we're doing good today. I'm going to do something a little bit different. My skin has been really dry. So I have got some rose oil that I have put on. And because it is oily, I'm going to go with a stay mat. Now, a stay mat is for oily skin. It is, you know, for your oilier skin. So, I normally don't use it. In fact, whenever I do use it, it goes into your wrinkles, it goes into your cracks. I mean, it really is not, it's not a good mix when you have, excuse me, I'm trying to get some people on. It's not good whenever you have combination to drier skin. So, what we're going to do is we are going to go with the stay mat. Now, I have not color matched me yet, so everything is on the cuff here. So I'm going to try to go in with the 05. Now normally what I would do if somebody came to me and they wanted to try a foundation, I would get their picture, a selfie in natural lighting, and then side by side do the color match. I just decided that I was going to put on some rose oil. And because it is an oil, then I know that I'm going to need the mat today. Now what I'm doing now is I'm putting a primer in, or on, excuse me. And I'm using the Camera Ready. I absolutely love this. Now we have two types. We have one for the drier skin, which is a cream. And then we have this one, which is a silicone based. And this just absolutely makes your skin just, oh, it just feels like a baby's butt. I mean, it is so nice. Okay, so we're gonna try '05. First. Now 06 would be just, you know, a little darker, of course. We're gonna rub this on. Now, like I said, the stay mat is for those that have more oily skin, because it is a drier formula. because my face has been very dry because of the summer, I decided to put some oil, rose oil, on my skin. Now, like I said, that's going to make it rather oily. It does take time for it to absorb in, so I just want to give it that time to absorb in. But I must say, I am a VFX fan and I use the VFX, but I'm really liking, excuse me, this Stay Matte. So if you use any of our oils or serums, you may want to look into the Stay Matte. This is just going on so nice. It is a really nice matte finish. I did not know, I did not think that it would be such a full coverage. That is really pretty. A really, really, really pretty light coverage. Let me get my glasses on, see if I'm missing anything. See, I just did not think that was going and it's not. It is not going into my wrinkles and crevices and fine lines. It really isn't. It's really, really looking good. A lot different than what I thought it would do. Okay, so I'm gonna set that, and then of course I'm gonna go back in with the translucent powder and with my fluffy brush once this dries just a bit. And because it is oily, not the Stay Matte, of course, but the rose oil, then I'm gonna get some on and I'm gonna set that. We'll see how that does. Now, this is new to me. I'm not used to doing a Stay Matte. I'm not used to the Stay Matte at all. I'll get these problem areas and I'm going to be checking those creases and crevices, because I cannot stand to have a makeup move into my fine lines. It's just not for me. Okay, so we're going to move on and keep an eye on this Stay Matte. It feels really light. It feels like it's really covering well. It just looks like it's smooth on the face. So let's go in and get our contouring done. Now, we're going to just do up here on the top. We're not going to bring it down. We're not going to chisel it. Let's see how that works. Get our blending brush. Now, with it being a tad oily, we're not going to need to do much rubbing. That's for sure. You need to just very lightly, you know, blend back. The oilier that your skin is, the less you have to touch. Now, I'm just barely dabbling this because I don't want it to be rubbed in. I want that contouring to be, let me see if I, here we go. I want that contouring to be visible. Now, I know that a lot of y'all can't just try something new. Let's just spend some money and try something new. So that's why I'm on here, and I'm trying to show y'all what going the opposite spectrum is like. Because honestly, I do not have oily skin at all. Combination, but more so I have dry to combination. So me putting the rose oil on, that's making my skin be oily. So to take care of that, I'm gonna try, like I said, the matte. I think that just turns out great. Really, I may have to switch over. I may have to change it up a little bit now that I need some oil on my skin. Okay, so we're gonna go in. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I see that I did not blend right here. I usually don't put anything on my jawline because I really don't have that double chin, as you can see. You know, I have it on down further. So, doing that, let's put some lighter color dimension into our face. To bring up some light. I was really hoping that I could, and while I'm sitting here, you never know, FedEx, I was really hoping that I was going to be able to get my bronzer in and do a live on my bronzer. We've got this oilless, it is a oil less bronzer, and just rave reviews for those that's tried it. I put an order in for it and just haven't got it yet. Well, so what is everybody doing this weekend? Anybody want to chat with me? If you don't, that's okay. Okay, that looks like it's really coming along. I'm really liking the way this is looking. Let's press it in with our beauty blender. That looks really smooth. Real good to me. And it doesn't feel cakey. It really feels like my skin. It feels real good. I don't think we're gonna need the darker 06. I think that the 05 is perfect. Okay, so let's go into our blush. Now, I'm gonna put some color in it. I'm gonna go with this one right here. It looks real dramatic, but it's not. We're gonna just do that right here on our apples. We want some real pretty color going on. Get some color in those apples. Then we're going to go back with a lighter blush, like the peach. And we're going to get some of that on us. And we're just going to go here to where it comes in as a color, and then it's going to look like a natural blush, embarrassment blend. And we're going to blend this peach into that redder color. Now you don't want to take the ball away. You're just lifting it up. You're having a darker color and it's being lifted up. Now all of that's going to blend in, so just trust the process. So we're going to go into a highlight, and we're going to do the center highlight. This is our face palette. Of course, it's got the bronzer, the highlight, and the blush. And as you can tell, I love the highlighter. And we're going to start right here. And we're going to go around and just make a C. And it's just going to catch a little bit of it. We don't want it to be too heavy, especially if we are a mature woman, which I am. Like so. See how that blends out? That's just so pretty. It's just amazing what Farmasi, truly, what Farmasi can do to your looks. You have all of this natural beauty canvas, but it brings it out. It brings it to life. Okay, so let's see. What do I want to do? If anybody's out there and can give me some ideas on color on my eyes, I would appreciate it. I could do something to match my lippies. Well, let's see. Let's see what we've got over here. We've got the red, white, and blue, which I don't think I'm going to go with that. Let me move this. See what we got. Let me see what we got. Okay, well, we've got this real pretty dark blue. We've got this real pretty dark green. Of course, we've got the vanilla. 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 We've We've got this real pretty dark plum. And we've got this real pretty brown. And all of those are going to be a frost. And then, of course, we've got smoky eye. Now, with our palettes, we can go with just about anything. We've got neutral colors. Aren't those gorgeous? Good night, nurse. And then we've got some real pretty bold colors. Very intense and pretty. And the pigments are just awesome. And then we've got our Wanderlust. That is a lot of pigment, natural different colors, and bold different colors. So I think, I'll tell you what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go in with this one right here. And that color, I don't have them memorized, I'm sorry. That is Noble. So we're going to go in and we're going to do our lid with Noble. That is a real pretty neutral color that you're able just to lay down like so. I guess what I want to try, I saw this. You spray out and you get just what's in the air on your brush. Let's try that and see which one, if it really makes a difference. Well, you know what? I think it does. Look at the difference in that. Wow. Okay, so let's do the same so that we can have them look the same. That's crazy. Look at that. Wow. You learn something every day. You never do anything wrong because there's just so many different techniques and fun stuff to do. Okay, so we've got that base, kind of a, well, it's a Noble, but it's kind of a plummy brown type. So let's go in with our plum. Let's see how that looks. Now, I suppose, since that's a bold pigment color, let's do the same thing with our brush. Let's go ahead and spray on. And then we're gonna just touch it up, just touch, like that. Kind of shake off a little accent. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right here into the crease. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I love bold colors. I think everybody knows my personality well enough to know that I'm a bold kind of woman. And I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, if God made you that way, you know, I don't really know if God made you that way, but He's allowed you to go through situations and circumstances in your life that's just about made you to be who you are. I just don't know if if I think it's okay for someone to attack that. I just kind of wonder what God thinks about that. I think we should love everybody for how they are, where they're at the time. Because we just haven't walked in their shoes. We don't know what's made them be what they are at the time that they're there in that season. Now, see, I really like that on the outside. Being a mature woman, as I say, to me, that just pulls it up. That pulls that eye up without having a facelift. Now, we're not going to leave it this way because we are going to do more to the eye. And of course, we will always contour out here, or conceal, conceal out there. Okay, let's see. We need to get, I'm gonna put these colors up. We need to get one of these pretty little, I think I'm gonna go in, make sure, oh, that's not a clean one. Let me get one right quick. Okay, we're gonna go in with a flat brush, and we're gonna go in with, I can't read these without my glasses. Hi! How are you doing, Melanie? Idle, I tell you. And if I guess right here, we're gonna go in and we're gonna put this right under the brow. Mel, how have you been? You see how that's gonna bring that up like that? Okay, so there you go. You've got that. How are you doing, Mel? You still on with me? Did you just check in? That's okay that you did. That'll bring those allograms up. Okay, so we have got that darker purple there, or plum. So let's go in, since we're just having fun playing. Let's go in with the cupcake. Now, we're going to go in with a flatter brush once again. And I'm not making a halo. I'm not going to do a halo. I'm just... Let's do our brush. Mel, are you still with me? Now, see, we've got some there on our, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna dabble that in there. I think that cupcake is a gorgeous color. Oh my gosh, would you just look at that? How can that not be stunning? Gorgeous. I mean, I just get so excited whenever you can play little girl. And it just turns out so pretty. Oh my gosh. Just look at that. Oh. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that's pretty. That's really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. That's not just pretty. That's really pretty. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have fun. Okay, so I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back in with this plum, this darker plum, and we're gonna put it on the bottom. We're gonna smudge it in to the bottom. We're not gonna use an eyeliner today. We are gonna stay in with our color. And let's get a smudge brush. Okay, so we get our little smudge brush. You know what, that one's, of course, that's got a different color on it, and this one is gonna be really, let's spray it right quick. I tell you what, I guess I learned that we need to spray it to keep that color bold. Okay, so we're gonna do both sides, and we're gonna go in right here. Now, if you're like me, see what I'm doing? I'm bringing that up like what an eyeliner would be, and I'm smudging it pretty thick on the outside. And then I'm smudging lighter towards the inside. And don't be afraid to make a mistake because we've got concealer. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Whoever's watching. I tell you, I really like having the smudge. I really like having the smudge brush, because you can just do so much more with that smudge brush. And like I said, don't fret over what you might think is a mistake, because there's no mistake. When you've got concealer in the house. Okay, so here we are. With our eyes. Now, another thing that we need to do is we need to blend. But now, we're not going to do a big, bold, hard blend, because we want these lines to not be choppy lines. We want them to flow together. But I want to keep the boldness. So, let's circular motion, bring out. Like so. See the difference? Okay. Circular motion, bring out. Like so. I'm going to have to wash my brushes now. They've got this darkness on them. Pretty dark, pretty dark, pretty dark. Now what happened to my main one? No, I'm going to go back in and just bring that in just to where it looks even. Okay. Now, what we need to do is we need to get my allergies out of here. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to get our eyelashes to where we can get them prepped. We always want to go in and make sure that our eyelashes are prepped and ready to go and not rushed. So, how do we do that? I don't really think I've done a full demo on eyelashes. Okay, so you want to go into the center, and yes, you want to cut some off. Because unless you have those real big almond eyes, which you may, some are blessed, you're gonna want to cut those off. I mean, you're not gonna be able to cut those off. If you don't have those eyes, you're gonna have to cut some. Now, I just about know how much to cut, so I don't ever measure it anymore. Now, you want to get your good old eyelash glue. Uh-oh. Get your eyelash glue out. And I always have an eyelash tool. It's just really best. Now, another thing that you want to do with your eyelashes is you want to bend them. You know, you want to go back and forth with them to get that that bend in them. Now, a mistake that people do is they put that glue. I may have to get my glasses on to see what I'm doing. Excuse me here. Yep, I did. Okay, they put that glue on just the top there. Well, it's got to go on the top and on the inside. So let's get those on the inside. Now, if you're going to wear your eyelashes more than, say, 3 times, I really, really urge you to get some antibacterial soap. Put it in a glass. And soak, or even antibacterial hand sanitizer, and soak your eyelashes if you're going to wear them more than 3 times. You do not want the bacteria to build up on your lashes, because it will. And you don't want that, because I guarantee you what, I have seen, hi Alden, I have seen bacteria build up, and it's not a pretty sight. Okay, while we're waiting for our eyelash glue to get gummy, because you want it to be tacky, you cannot just put it on. We're gonna go in and we're gonna do our brows. Now, I love the fade look. It's more of a natural look, so that's what we're gonna go for. We're gonna put our, and I really like, because of my skin, I like this mascara, eyebrow mascara. It just seems to go on better. It's not a powder, it's not a pomade, it's just a liquid. It's a nice liquid. And this brush seems to really brush those hairs the way they naturally look. So, okay, so the other side. Now, I have a little hint here for you. I want you to look. See that? See how long those are? Don't go clip those things off. You don't want to do that. Don't trim them. Just lay them down. Lay them down to where the length of those that would normally be sticking up makes your eyebrows look fuller. Now, I've said ever since 2 years come December, can you believe that I've been in pharmacy for 2 years come December? That's only like 4 months, 4 or 5 months. You know, Christmas will be here before we know it. Okay, I've said from the very beginning that your eyebrows are not twins. They are sisters. So we need to not be so obsessed with them not being exactly alike. Now, some people can go in and they can do their eyebrows perfectly. And I'm seeing some boo-boos right there. They can go in and they can do their eyebrows perfect on each side. And they've been tattooed in or whatever. And some of us just don't have that. Okay, so we're drawing those in pretty heavy to get it past the hair and go to the skin. We're gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna flick it off with our spoolie. Okay, so while we're doing that, let's go back. Now, maybe our eyelashes are tacky. Not quite yet. So while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna get my Optimal mascara, and I'm just gonna do the top. I'm just gonna do the top. Now, the purpose of this is to have those eyelashes look natural and all together. When you put mascara on first, my nose is wanting to run. Then it just flows. Your eyelashes flow. But I'll tell you why I do it is because these on the end, they just curl whoop, way back. Something to do with anesthetic. Because my eyelashes used to never be like that. And now they're just curly cue. Okay, so we've got just one little layer. Now we're going to go in and we're going to flicker some of this off to fade it out. Like that. See? That makeup's doing pretty good. Foundation is doing really good. Okay, so now that our eyelashes are tacky, let's get them on. Now, if you can, you're going to want to get them in the center. And I want you to see how they're shorter on this side and longer on this side. The longer needs to go over here. Now, you may know all this, and I'm not trying to treat you like you're a dummy. I didn't know anything. I tell you, when I first started Farmasi, you know what I did? I put foundation on. Yeah, that was it. I washed my face with Dove soap, and I will tell you, within probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, I noticed a huge difference by taking care of my skin the appropriate way. By treating my skin different. I cannot get that one to go right there. This one's giving me trouble. Okay. By shading my face like art, you know, like a canvas. It's just amazing. What is that wanting to stick to that? I do not have glue on the lashes, so that should not be sticking like that. Let's see. These are just wanting to give me trouble today. Probably because they're new. That would be my guess. Most of the time, that's why people want to do nothing but wear those eyelashes out. Because once you get them fit and down, then they're gonna just do great. Okay, so now that we've got our eyelashes on, we want to go ahead and do the concealer on the bottom. We want to bring that brightness out, and we want to get rid of some of the lines, like these. And we want to bring that up, like so. So let's get in these little lines right here. See if we can get them hid. And this is the way to hide them. Now, if they're going to be hidden on me, who knows? I just do the way it's supposed to be done. Hi, Henry and Donna. I'm sure it's Donna that's watching. How are you? I hope everybody is good, good. Now, I've also got a really neat little helpful hint on the lip liner and the lippy. Okay. Twirl that. Press that in. Now, we have that brought up, brightened up, and it's going to have our face just look so bright and fresh and pretty. Let's blend that in. fluff it all around to where it stays on. Forgot to do my lips or my area. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the Princess Dot. This is another thing that I just had no clue. No clue. The purpose of it, nothing. But it brightens up that eye point that you want people to notice. See how bright that is? Wow. So pretty. So, so pretty. Okay. So here's the little hint on the lips. What we're going to do is, as always, let's put some nice conditioner from Farmasi on our lips. Then we're going to wipe it off to get all of that makeup off, and it's going to condition that lip. Now, we're going to go in with a lighter. No, I'm going to go with a bold. I'm going to go in with a bold, plummy 221. Now, the 221 is kind of a plummy look, and you're going, how you make your lips fuller. You're going to do it, let me sharpen this. So I can have a good tip. Okay, so you're going to want to start right in here. You're going to want to go outside of your line on the bottom. And you're going to start about right here. Then when you get here, you're going to start bringing it under your line. See how that brings that down? It makes that lip look like it's folded. But you just want to do it in the center. You don't want to go past this line on the outside. On the front, the top, same thing. And you want to, see, I didn't go all the way out. You want to come in. You want to come in a little bit. That is where it comes out, right here. I went out too far. Sorry. So what you have is you're drawing attention to the center, the poofy part. Okay, so when you get to your bow, you're going to want to extend that past the line. And you're going to want to bring it in. And bring it in on the bottom. Now, from here, I put that too far out. See how that, you can already tell that that just makes it real poofy. Now, one thing that's really, really good to do is to not scrape, but get like sea salt or a lip scrubber. Scrub your lips first. Okay, so what I like to do, since I've already got the outer darker, I like to go in, and I've said it I don't know how many times, I like to just go in with this lip plumper that I've made from Farmasi. I get a lip plumper, and then I like to put a certain color in it, and I always go with a red, but you know, it looks different than a red. But see how ducky and poofy those lips look? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now you can go back and you can put concealer right here and make it an ombre look. You can also get an iridescent eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow, and put that on there. You're going to want to kiss your lips. See how pretty that is? Okay, to get it out, away from your teeth, open up your mouth and close it on your, and then pull out. That is just so pretty. Okay, so that is today's look, and I hope you had fun, and just know that you are loved.